It's important for people to understand the history here. The average time between a nomination and a vote on a Supreme Court nominee in modern times is about 70 days. President Obama had well over 300 days to nominate Judge Garland, nominated a consensus choice that even Republicans historically had liked, but they were told under no circumstances are we holding a hearing. That is literally the theft of a Supreme Court seat, and the Democrats cannot be complicit in that now.
That's my point, though, Daylin. My point is, why didn't Democrats do that earlier? Now they find themselves in a vice. They're stung by the fact that they didn't get their nominee. They didn't get a hearing. Now they're stuck with someone that may be an excellent jurist, but someone who's very conservative. Plus, they look weak. Haven't they acted late in the game?
No, because there was nothing they could have done. I mean, we had the ability to block, but you don't have the ability in the minority to push something forward. The floor is controlled by the majority party. They refused to bring Judge Garland to a vote, and there was no compromise candidate. If we wanted a compromise candidate, that would have been Judge Garland. This was a complete intransigence, and it violated the basic foundations. I mean, keep in mind, Abe Fortas, who was nominated as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, had ethical issues and was ultimately not confirmed.
Yeah.
He had his vote in October of a presidential election year. Ronald Reagan got Anthony Kennedy in a Democratic-controlled Senate, confirmed in 1988, a presidential election year. This idea is, well, presidents, we're going to wait to see what happens. Just one more point, which is that we know that that's not the rule, because even now when they ask Kellyanne Conway or other members of the Trump administration, are you saying that you don't expect any justices confirmed in the last year of your term? They're like, well, no, we're not saying that. They're going to clearly expect a justice confirmed. This no president gets a nominee their last year is not a thing in America, and it's not going to be a thing going forward for the Republicans. It was only to steal this particular seat.
Well, he is I'm not going to argue that he's not a good jurist. He is partisan, though. And anybody who says he was nonpartisan or a consensus choice has not looked at Garland's prior record before he was nominated to the Court of Appeals. It was very partisan. There was a reason why he was being slow-walked, just like Justice Roberts was slow-walked at the same time. They both had very partisan records that resulted in them being slow-walked.
Would a Neil Gorsuch be an effective check on the executive?
I actually think he is going to be an effective check. I mean, if you've studied his opinions and some of what he said, it sounds like he is going to be an individual who is going to not allow an executive branch to run over the Constitution.